Okay, so good day class. We'll continue with our discussion. So we are now on bail. So nindot gud siya no nga isumpay ang arrest and bail because once you are arrested, the question is, pwede ba ka makagawas? Yes. Pwede pa ka kagawas class. Through filing of or applying for a bail, no? Bail is og sa Bisaya pa piyansa. Okay? So we are now in bail. So let's define bail. Bail is the security given for the release of person in custody of the law. So it is a security, no? I will pay you this amount, no? Muadto lagi ko. Otherwise, if di ko muadto, ma-forfeit na to ang amount, no? Usually dagko ng amount class, no? So bail is the security given for the release of person in custody of the law, furnished by him, no? Siya ang nihatag, or a bondsman to guarantee his appearance before any court as required under the conditions herein after specified. So ang bondsman iyang gigaranting nga mo-appear lagi na siya. Muugsa ka ng kuan pa ba? Siya ang co-maker or ang garantor, no? Garantor siya nga mo-attend lagi ni siya sa hearing, no? So that is the definition of bail. So it's a security given. Pwede siya ang muhatag or a bondsman, no? To guarantee his appearance before the court. So what is the purpose, no? To relieve an accused from imprisonment until his conviction and yet secure his appearance at the trial. No? Temporary liberty class, no? So letter B, to honor the presumption of innocence until his guilt is proven beyond reasonable doubt, no? Because we have that principle, no? In law, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. So you have the right to bail. Letter C, to enable him to prepare his defense without being subject to punishment prior to conviction. So mag-prepare po siya, makikita siya siyang abogado, no? Manguha siya ng ebidensya, mag-collect siya ng mga witnesses nga makuhaan siya ha. And also, okay, so these are the purposes why bail is allowed. So, requirement of custody, what is the general rule? Custody of law is required before the court can act on application of bail. So, dapat ma-arrest ka, no? Or naay custody ang court, no? So, custody is not required in cases of witnesses posting bail. When bail is required to guarantee the appearance of material witness, no? So ang witness class dili man gyud na maoy ni commit sa crime. Okay? So dili gyud required ang custody, no? Letter B, when bail is required to guarantee the appearance of prosecution witnesses in cases where there is substitution of information. So a general rule, custody of law is required before the court can act on application for bail. So what are the forms of bail? It could be a corporate bail, a corporation. Ano nga, naamang ko yung mga corporation class nga mo'y tig bail ba? Pwede ka mo-apply. Ang mura na siya insurance, magbayad lang ka. No? Property bond, daghan kay kag property imong ihatag sa court in case di ko mo appear kuha na, barguhan na. Number 3, cash deposit na kay daghang kwarta. Number 4, recognizance, no? Recognizance class, if for example, you committed a crime, apply kag bail, ang recognizance mura na siya kanang naay usually mahitabo ni. Let me give you an example. Mayor, no? A child committed a crime, then ang mayor mo guaranteeing nga moadto gid siya, no? So that's recognizance. Section 10, corporate surety. Any domestic or foreign, this is actually definitions lang, no? So let's tackle them one by one. Corporate surety, any domestic or foreign corporation licensed as a surety, no? Surety class meaning insurance, no? Any domestic or foreign corporation licensed as a surety in accordance with law and currently authorized to act as such may provide bail by a bond subscribed jointly by the accused and an officer of the corporation duly authorized by its board of directors. Okay? Section 11. Property bond, how posted. A property bond is an undertaking constituted as lien on the real property given as security for the amount of bail. Within 10 days after the approval of the bond, the accused shall cause the annotation of the lien on the certificate of title on file with the Register of Deeds if the land is registered, or if unregistered in the registration book in the space provided therefor, in the Registry of Deeds for the province or city where the land lies, and on the corresponding tax declaration in the office of the provincial, city, or municipal assessor concerned. So what does this mean? Example, you have a property, no? Na kay property class. So imo siya himuong bond, no? Imong murag garantiya ang imuhang property. So in the property, ang proof nga owner ka sa property, it could be the title or the tax declaration. The title will be registered in the Register of Deeds. If tax dec, adto sa assessor's office. Okay? So unsa may buhaton sa person, iyang i-register siya sa Register of Deeds nga nakaband ni siya, or adto sa provincial assessor or city or municipal assessor. Okay? So that's property bond. Section 14, deposit of cash as bail. The accused or any person acting in his behalf. So pwede laing person, no? May deposit imumama daghang dig kwarta, no? The accused or any person acting in his behalf may deposit in cash with the nearest collector or internal revenue or provincial, city, or municipal treasurer the amount of bail fixed by the court or commended by the prosecutor who investigated or filed the case. Upon submission of proper certificate of deposit and a written undertaking showing compliance with the requirement of Section 2 of this rule, the accused shall be discharged from custody. The money deposited shall be considered as bail and applied to the payment of fine and cost, while the excess, if any, shall be returned to the accused or to whoever made the deposit. So, if imo mama daghang kwarta, pwede siya mo bond sa imuha or ikaw daghang kwarta. Section 15, recognizance. Whenever allowed by law or this rule. So, recognizance class is dili siya always allowed, no? If allowed lang by law or the rule, the court may release a person in custody on his own recognizance or that of a responsible person. So, Section 2, conditions of bail and its requirement. All kinds of bail are subject to the following condition, no? Unsa may condition sa bail? The undertaking shall be effective upon approval and unless cancelled shall remain in force at all stages of the case until promulgation of judgment of the regional trial court, irrespective of whether the case was originally filed in or appealed to it. So, effective siya, no? Until, no? For example, MTC, naabot og RTC, no? Effective siya until our regional trial court. Letter B, the accused shall appear before the proper court whenever required by the court or this rule. So, dapat siya appear dito permi. Otherwise, ang imo bail, ma-forfeit, no? Letter C, the failure of the accused to appear at the trial without justification and despite due notice shall be deemed waiver of his right to present thereat In such case, the trial may proceed in absentia. No? If wala ka di-appear, mo proceed gyapon siya, class. No? It doesn't mean nga wala ka ni iskapo ka, di na mo proceed ang trial. Letter D, the bondsman shall surrender the accused to the court for execution of final judgment. So, this talks about the bondsman. Iyang dalhon ng tao para sa execute sa final judgment. So, these are the conditions of bail. The original paper shall state the full name and address of the accused, the amount of undertaking and conditions required by this section. Photographs, passport size taken within the last 6 months showing the face, left and right profiles of the accused must be attached to the bail. Letter A, the custodian who accepted the certificate of deposit and the undertaking showing compliance with the requirement of Section 2 of this rule shall forward them together with the supporting papers within 24 hours to the court where the case is pending. He shall issue the accused certificate of release. So basically, these are just the requirements, no, for bail and the condition. The bail shall be effective only until the promulgation of judgment of the RTC, irrespective of whether the case was originally filed or appealed to it. So in question, if ang question is until when man ang bail, no? Effective to until when, no? Until promulgation of judgment of the RTC. Section 3. No release or transfer except on court order or bail. So no person under detention by legal process shall be released or transferred except upon order of the court or when he is admitted to bail. So dili siya pwede pagkausa, no? Unless ordered by the court, no? So meaning if ni-apply kag bail, dili mo automatic, no? There must be order also of the court. No person under the shall be by legal process shall be released or transferred except upon order of the court or when admitted to bail. So if the court admitted you to bail, you will be released, no? Or if the order of the court is to really release you because through recognizance, pwede po na, class. So this is actually the part where you need to really focus, no? When bail is a matter of right. So can you really apply? The question is, can you really apply for bail for all offenses? What if murder? What if nangawat lang kog manok? What if nanumbag lang ko? No? This will answer that question, no? When bail is a matter of right. So matter of right meaning nagi kay right, no? Bail is a matter of right before or after conviction but pending appeal by the first level court. So MTC, no? Naapa sa MTC ang imuhang kaso. So before panahuman ang kaso or after na convicted ka, pwede pa ka makabail as a matter of right. Okay? As a matter of right meaning di gid ka pwede i-deny because that is your right, no? Before or after conviction in the MTC. Okay? What else? Before conviction by RTC. So if nato na sa RTC, before ka ma-convicted. And what kind of offense? So before conviction by RTC of an offense not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. Question. What if murder? Murder is punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment, di ba? Question, another question. Is the bail a matter of right? Before conviction? The answer is no. Okay? Matter of right siya, number 1, before conviction by RTC. And then the offense is not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. Exception, when the offense involved is a capital offense, admission to bail may only be denied when evidence of guilt is strong. Okay? So when the evidence of guilt is strong and the crime is a capital offense, the bail may be denied, no? So what if ang ni-commit sa crime is is minor. Okay? For purposes of recommending the amount of bail, the privileged mitigating circumstance of minority shall be considered. So, and in book 1 of our criminal law, no? We learned nga if minor ka na ay mga privileged mitigating circumstance. So, na ay instances nga makapaubos sa imuhang liability, no? So, katong mga mitigating circumstance will be considered, no, in computing the crime. For example, punishable by death, reclusion perpetual, life imprisonment, no? So i-consider to siya. So where a child is detained, the court shall order the release of minor on recognizance. If minor, na i-recognizance, no? If adult, questionable pa na, no? The release of minor on recognizance to his or her parents and other suitable person, the release of child in conflict with the law on bail, or the transfer of minor to a youth detention home or youth rehabilitation center. So, when not available ang bail, the right to bail is not available. Okay? After a judgment of conviction has become final. Final na, convicted na ka, di na ka makabail. Ang bail class presupposes nga wala pa nahuman ang kaso. If he applied for probation before finality, no? You know, class, we have also a probation law, no? So if you applied for probation before finality, he may be also allowed to temporary liberty under his bail. So you can apply for a bail, no? Letter B, after the accused has commenced to serve his sentence, no? Nagsugod na ang sentensya, iyang i-commence. Letter C, to military personnel accused under general courts martial. So, mga, for example, sila Trillanes, katong mga sundalo pa sila. Court martial sila. Bail is not allowed. What else? Okay, let's proceed. So, when bail is a matter of discretion. So, ganina, we talk about when bail is a matter of right, and this time, bail is a matter of discretion. No? So, meaning, at this time, si judge na ay right to deny your application for bail. But in the matter, as katong matter of right, before or after conviction in MTC and before conviction in RTC of a crime not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment, walay right mo deny si judge ato. But this time, in your application for bail, na ay right to deny si judge. No? So when is bail a matter of discretion? Upon conviction by RTC of an offense not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment, admission to bail is discretionary. So after conviction, after na-convicted sa RTC of an offense not punishable by death, reclusion, what if punishable as? Also samut, no? Okay, the application for bail may be filed in and acted upon by the RTC despite the filing of notice of appeal, provided that it has not transferred the original records to the appellate court. So ang RTC pa maka-act, no? Provided nga wala pa gini ma-transfer nga to sa Court of Appeals ang mga records. If the RTC decision changed the nature of offense from non-bailable to bailable, the application for bail can be filed with and resolved only by the appellate court. So kanus asa man mo i-file ang kuan dito na sa Court of Appeals if ang crime is ang pagsugod ato is non-bailable gud siya. And then ang decision ni judge is sa RTC judge, ang decision niya is bailable na siya. So asa ka mo-apply ngadto na sa Court of Appeals. If the conviction by trial court is for the capital offense, the accused convicted of the capital offense is no longer entitled to bail and can only be released when the conviction is reversed by the appellate court. So, capital punishment, wala gini bail, no? That's provided in our Constitution. If the penalty imposed by the trial court is imprisonment exceeding 6 years, the accused shall be denied bail or his bail shall be cancelled upon showing by the prosecution with notice to the accused of any of the following. Remember class, exceed ganing 6 years, meaning 6 days, 6 years and 1 day, no? When you say exceeding 6 years, 6 years and 1 day. So asa man na asa man na i-file dito sa RTC, dili sa MTC. Okay? 6 years and below adto na sa MTC ang pag-file. Do not confuse this with 4 years 2 months, 4 years 2 months and 1 day. Kato siya preliminary investigation to. Okay? Kanos ang mag-PI? Naapatukang prosecutor. Okay? Kani court na ni. Exceeding 6 years, 6 years and 1 day, RTC na siya. 6 years and below, MTC. Okay? If the penalty imposed by the trial court is imprisonment exceeding 6 years, so sa RTC, the accused shall be denied bail or his bail shall be cancelled upon showing of the prosecution with notice to the accused of any of the following. So, ang prosecution wadto sa court, no? I-show niya nga kani siya, recidivist siya. Kaning mga recidivist, quasi-recidivist, or habitual delinquent or commission of a crime aggravated by reiteration or of the accused. Pasabot na class, balik-balik na gid siya og kanang buhat og crime, no? Lahi man kuning recidivist, lahi po ning quasi-recidivist or habitual delinquent, lahi-lahi na sila. Pero the same gid na sila nga ang kaning accused sige og commit og crime, balik-balik ba, no? Sige pangawat, sige pamatay, no? Okay, letter B. I-show dito sa prosecution para ma-deny ang bail. Letter B. The accused previously escaped from legal confinement, evaded from sentence, or violated the bail conditions without valid justification. Ipakita sa prosecution nga ni-escapo man siya sa una. Okay? Letter C. Commission of offense while under probation, parole, or conditional pardon. So, parole siya or probation or conditional pardon sa president. Ni-commit siya og crime. So, deny ang bail. Now, letter D. Probability of flight, no? Possible nga mo eskapo siya. Letter E. Undue risk of commission of another crime during pendency of appeal. So there is a risk, no, nga mo commit siya another crime because serial killer, no? Okay. Excuse me, class, matulog na gyud. So we have here a diagram which summarizes the bail as a matter of right and matter of discretion. So let's start with MTC. So before conviction, it's a matter of right. After conviction, it's a matter of right. So asa man mo i-file MTC before the records are elevated. So adto nimo i-file ang bail, no, sa MTC before pa maadto sa RTC. So okay, so RTC. So if non-capital, it is a matter of right and before conviction. Okay? Before conviction and the punishment is not capital offense, like for example, example sa crimes nga basta di lang siya capital class, like dili punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. And it must be before conviction. So it is a matter of right. Wala, dili ka buot si judge, no? After conviction, na-convict na ka, discretionary if the penalty imposed by the trial court does not exceed 6 years. However, if the penalty imposed exceeds 6 years, if the prosecution proves the commissions of enumerated section 5, the rule 114 exists, bail will be denied, no? So na ay discretion si judge. Unsa may discretion ni judge? To deny or to grant. Ano sa man i-deny ni judge? Kung mo exceed siya og 6 years and katong kuan, recidivist siya, quasi una mo iskapo siya, no? Kato siya. Mo to listahan ni judge nga iyang tan-awon. Mo to iyang guide, no? So asa man nimo i-file RTC. before the records are elevated, except if the offense is downgraded, then Court of Appeals. So katong na downgrade class, pasabot ada, katong non-bailable siya, nahimong bailable. So ato ka sa Court of Appeals. So capital offense, discretionary when evidence of guilt is strong, no? Naagi daghang witness, daghang yung ebidensya, evidence of guilt is strong. Okay? So before conviction of a capital offense, discretionary siya. After conviction, cannot be granted bail, no? Capital offense. Where to file? NA, so not applicable here. So again, when bail is denied, capital offense, a capital offense is an offense which, under the law existing at the time of its commission and of application for admission to bail, may be punished with death, no? Death ang mga punishment ano. Capital offense or an offense punishable by reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment is not bailable. No person charged with capital offense or an offense punishable by reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment shall be admitted to bail when evidence of guilt is strong, no? Dapat evidence of guilt is strong regardless of state of criminal prosecution. So memorize this diagram. Okay? So what are the guidelines in fixing the amount of bail, no? Pwede ba ka magpa-bail og 1 million? Pwede. Pwede ba ka nga mag-bail og 10,000? 1,000? Pwede. Pero tanawon sa nimo, no? Guidelines. Naman ay guidelines. The considerations are primarily but not limited to the following factors. Financial ability of the accused, no? Milyonaryo siya, dako iyang bail. Nature and circumstances of the offense. Penalty for the offense charged. Character and reputation of the accused. Age and health of the accused, no? 90 years old na. Weight of evidence against the accused. Probability of the accused appearing at the trial. Forfeiture of other bail. Fact that the accused was a fugitive from justice when arrested, or pendency of other cases where the accused is on bail. So these are the guidelines, no? Or fixing the amount. So when is bail not required? When a person has been in custody for a period equal to or more than the possible maximum imprisonment of the offense. For example, 1 year lang dito imuhang penalty. Unya, 1 year na ka dito. Required pa ba ka mag-file of bail? No. Ang pagkauso na ka dito, na-serve na nimong sentensya. Letter B, if the maximum penalty is distiero, he shall be released after 30 days of preventive imprisonment. No? So, dili na required ang bail because distiero raman. In cases where the person is charged with violation of municipal or city ordinance, a light felony or a criminal offense, the penalty of which is not higher than 6 months imprisonment or a fine of 2,000 or both, where it is established that he is unable to post required bail or bail bonds. So city or municipal ordinance, no? When bail is nonetheless required, when the accused was caught committing the offense in flagrante, when the accused confesses to the commission of offense unless he later repudiates the same in sworn statement or in open court as having been extracted through force or intimidation, when accused is found to have previously escaped legal confinement, evaded sentence, or jumped bail, required ang bail na. When accused is found to have violated Section 2, Republic Act 6036, which provides that violation of accused of sworn statement, binding himself, pending final decision of this case, to report to the clerk of court hearing his case periodically every 2 weeks shall justify to the court to order his immediate arrest if the failure of the accused to report is not justified. So if there is a violation of Section 2, Republic Act 6036, then bail is required. So when accused is a recidivist or habitual delinquent, no, balik-balik siya commit, or has been previously convicted of offense which the law or ordinance attaches an equal or greater penalty for 2 or more offenses to which it attaches a lighter penalty, so required ang bail. Letter F, when accused committed the offense while on parole or under conditional pardon, no? When accused has previously been pardoned for violation of municipal or city ordinance for at least 2 times. Forfeiture of bail. So kano sa man forfeit ang bail? When the presence of the accused out on bail is required by court or rules of court and he failed to appear, his bail shall be declared forfeited and the bondsmen are given 30 days within which to produce their principal. So ilang ang bondsman kuhaon siya within 30 days, no? Show cause why no judgment should be rendered against them for the amount of their bail. So justify na sa bondsman. Produce the body of their principal or give the reason for his non-production and explain why the accused did not appear before the court when first required to do so. So hassle day class, no? Hassle day kayo kung ikaw ang bondsman. Unya, bondsman, no? Ikaw ni garantiya nga mo appear siya ba, no? Ikaw na kay property, unya imong amigo gidakop o sige akong ikaw na kong property nimo by bondsman ko. Unya wala ni appear imong amigo, no? Required ka within 30 days nga i-produce to siya, no? Dalon nimo sa court. If di nimo madala, explain ka sa court nganong katong imong property dili angay i-forfeit, no? Hassle, no? Hassle on the part of the bondsman. Pwede ra na siguro ang mama nimo kay bahalang mahasol, no? Mama good, no? Buutan na akong anak, no? Okay, let's proceed class. Cancellation of bail. Application by bondsman. Upon application of bondsman with due notice to the prosecutor, bail may be cancelled upon surrender of the accused or proof of his death. So if namatay itong akusado, ang bondsman mo ato sa court nga i-cancel na kay patay na ang kuan. Or i-surrender nimo ang akusado, imong amigo nga akusado, imo i-surrender dito. Ma-cancel ang bond or bail. Automatic cancellation upon acquittal of the accused. So once the accused is acquitted, automatic na. Upon dismissal of the case or upon execution of judgment of conviction. So if na-convicted siya, automatic canceled, and then gidismiss ang case, automatic canceled po. Okay. Bail not a bar to objection on illegal arrest, lack of, or illegal preliminary investigation. So, question is, if ni-apply ka og bail, does it mean nga gi-waive nimo ang imong right to challenge the invalid arrest or the lack of PI or preliminary investigation, di ba? Sometimes class ang tao na aresto without preliminary investigation, so mangayok ang preliminary investigation or gi-arrest siya without a valid warrant, i-challenge niya, no? Ang invalid warrant. So if that is the case, ma-challenge man day nimo, does it mean imong gi-waive imong right to challenge when you applied for bail? Section 26 answers that question. An application for or admission to bail shall not bar the accused from challenging the validity of his arrest or the legality of warrant issued therefore, or from assailing the regular or questioning the absence of preliminary investigation of the charge against him, provided that he raises them before entering his plea. Provided that he raises them before entering his plea. So dapat before arraignment, the court shall resolve the matter as early as practicable, but not later than the start of the trial of the case. So take note of this class, no? Remember, sa preliminary investigation, ma-waive nimo ang imong right to challenge the preliminary investigation after sa arraignment. Okay? So take note nga na ay duha ma-waive sa arraignment. Unsa man, the right to challenge the arrest or the right to challenge the preliminary investigation. So you need to challenge them before arraignment, before kamuan nga guilty or not guilty. Okay? All right. So if you apply for bail, it doesn't mean you have waived your right to challenge the arrest and preliminary investigation. Okay? So that ends our discussion for today. Thank you so much for listening. Blake, I will provide you instructions na lang, no? Okay? Check our group chat. Thank you and thank you for listening. Bye.